Hello friends and a very good morning. My name is Swapnil and in this video we will learn how to install Power BI desktop file. We'll connect the Power BI desktop file with an Excel to get the data and then we'll create some visualization. Isn't it interesting? So let's get started. About me, I'm a software engineer by profession and have 4 years of experience in Power BI. In the last video, uh, I've shown you a link from where you can download the Power BI desktop file. So I've browsed that page under the Microsoft Power BI desktop, this particular heading. You can click on the download option, select the language and click on download. Select this appropriate setup file. So here the first one is for 64-bit and the second one is for the 32-bit. Mine is 64-bit and click on next. This will initiate the download of the setup file. Once the file is downloaded, you will see the file in your downloads folder. So for me, here it is, Power BI desktop setup underscore x64.exe. It's an executable file. So to install the Power BI desktop in your computer, double click on this setup. Now we'll see the steps for installing the Power BI desktop. So the first screen is this. Click on next. In the second screen, you will see some information. Click on next. Here, accept the terms and condition and then click on next. In this particular screen, they are asking for a folder under which this file should be installed. So I'll keep the default option. If you want to change it, you can click on change and then select the folder. Then click on next. Here we have cleared the prerequisites. So now we can click on install. Once the installation process is done, we will see this window with a successful message. Now we can just click on finish and this will launch the Power BI desktop window for us. So this is the view. This is the first view once the Power BI desktop is open. And in this particular video, Microsoft has given us the start option, which is to get the data. So if I click on get data, I will get an option to select what is my data source. So there is a list of sources from which you can get the data. To name a few, there is Excel, there is CSV, there is XML, there is SQL Server database, there is IBM DB2 database, there is MySQL database, and so many. So they have categorized this particular options into different categories like database, files. Azure is a cloud platform. So you can choose the one from which you want to get the data. So for this video, we'll go ahead with an Excel file. So I have selected the Excel file and I will click on connect now. Once I click on connect, it goes to the browsing directory. It shows me the file that I want to browse. So currently my file is in the downloads folder. If it's there in any other folder, you can change the folder from here, or you can go from here, browse the file, select the file, and then click on open. So this was an Excel file with an extension .xlsx. So now we will get a video which will get an we will get an option where we can preview the data. So we'll wait for a minute. Yeah. So here under the adventureworks.xlsx, we have 5 worksheets. So all the worksheets have some data. If you click on it, we will be able to see the preview here. Okay. And if you think the data is not as per what is there in your latest file, you can click on the refresh option here to get the refreshed data. Likewise, you can see the data for all the worksheets one by one. You will be it will be shown in this particular area. So there are 5 worksheets. I have the option to select all and import the data for all the worksheets, or else I can just select the ones I want to go with. So I've selected the 4 worksheets. Now I have some 2 options. One is load and the other one is transform data. Once if I click on load data, the files will get imported, the data will get imported, and the data under this field option will be shown. So, and this second window, the second option, which is transform data, this is for giving us some opportunity to massage the data. If you want to change some data types, or if you want to split a column, there are so many options of data massaging. So it's for that. But for this video, we'll go with the load option. So I'll click on load. So the data is getting loaded. Till the time data gets loaded, let me tell you that the steps that we followed for installation of the Power BI desktop are same for both the scenario. The first scenario is wherein you are installing the Power BI desktop file for the first time. And the second scenario is wherein you have installed the previous version of Power BI desktop file previously, means maybe you have downloaded the and installed the Power BI desktop file, but to install the new version you have to follow the same steps. Only prerequisite is the application should not be open when you're installing that particular Power BI desktop file. Okay, so we have this data uploaded into our Power BI desktop file. So here, if I click on the calendar uh, table or the sheet data, I can see the different columns which are here in the calendar sheet. And I can also see some summation mark is there in front of some of the column names and others are blank. So this summation mark indicates that it's a numeric field, and the columns without the summation mark are my demographics, or they are some dimensions. Okay. So similarly, the columns will be categorized for all the sheets in all the sheets. Okay. Now the data is loaded, but in this particular pane, in the fields pane, we are not able to see the data. Here only the name of the columns are displayed. To see the data, I can go to the left hand side pane. Here, once I hover on the table structure, I can see data. So here in this screen, I can see the data. If I click on this calendar table, I should the data will get populated here. So yeah, so data has got populated. So we can see the column names, we can see the data also here, and below at the bottom we can see that it shows the number of rows which are there in the table. Okay, so we can see the complete data here. So currently I have some calendar data, customer data, product data, and sales data. You can go through the data, understand the data, and then you can start creating visuals, the most interesting part. So now, since we have uploaded the data, so what we did was we were able to connect to an Excel file. We uploaded the data from the Excel to the Power BI desktop. Now we can create visualization. So let's do some visualization. So here I can see under visualization pane, there are some graphs shown, right? So to make a visualization, I can click on any of the visual. So once I clicked on this visual, it doesn't contain any data. It's blank currently. So let's get some data. So maybe from the sales data, I'll get the unit price, and from the product data, I'll get the product name. So in this particular graph, I have the unit price by product name. So I'll just drag this particular graph so that the view is larger from the bottom and from the right side also. So here in this particular graph, I am able to see there are different products listed here with their unit price. So Mountain 200, Black, 46. This particular product is the costliest one, right? Similarly, I can create some more visuals. So let's get some data for customer. So maybe I'll take the full name of the customer. Sorry, I'll take another visual for this. I'll click on the full name. So for the first visual, what we did was we clicked on one visual and then dragged the columns for which we want to see the data. But for my second visual, this is the second method through which we can create a visual. So I will click on this full name under the customer table. So table structure is populated for me. So Power BI can decide what particular graph is suitable for the data that we have selected or the columns that we have selected. So from customer table, I have taken the full name, and from the sales data, I'll take the order quantity. So here I have order quantity by the customers. So I can click here on this particular triangle to sort the data. This is through on the customer name, and if I want to sort the data on order quantity, I can click here. So I can see the data is currently in the ascending order of order quantity. So Griffin Jason has ordered 115 products. That's great. So the table structure is okay, but for the first page, I don't think so. I should take uh, this particular view. So what I can do, I should replace it with something else. So I'll take out the full name and I'll take compute distance. Okay, that is better. And I'll change the graph to maybe say area graph. Okay, this is great. So compute distance, this is basically the distance between the customer and the store. So this is the compute distance. So how long the customer is traveling from. So I can see a trend like 0 to 1 miles away, the customers which are 0 to 1 miles away in diameter or in radius, sorry, 0 to 1 miles away radius. They are coming to this store more often, or they are buying more products here. The order quantity is more. And the second one is the five within the 5 to 10 miles distance radius. So at once we can get the uh, insight from the data that this is the trend, and if these particular customers are not coming to us, then something is wrong and we should do something about it. But will not go deep into any of the analytics part currently. This is it for this particular video. So we have created some two visuals. We have got started uh, as in how to create data visualization in Power BI. It's very easy. You might have seen that within 3 clicks I was able to create a visual. So that's the power of Power BI. So thanks for watching this video, and I hope you like this video. Please press on the thumb icon to give the likes, and also subscribe to my channel. I'll keep uploading videos, and to get notified, please click on the bell icon. Thank you guys. Thank you.